And I made a video prior to this one earlier about just different things that I realized that is happening in the supernatural. Coming into the new year, I have already experienced, or I've had experiences with just, I believe, angelic beings. And since then, it hasn't stopped. I've gone to restaurants, and I've seen people that looks, they out of place. They're not they're not behaving like a normal human being. There was a man, I mean, he was so old, and what he was doing, he just shouldn't be able to do it. He saw me. It's like, spirit no spirit. He saw me. I mean, there was a lot of people in the restaurant. He ran up to me and wanted to help me. He took my tray, emptied my tray for me, opened the door, and I wasn't anybody special, but it's the God in me that he realized. And just as there is light in the world, I believe there's also darkness manifested in the present time, in our world. So just be aware, like, who you are entertaining. Make sure it's the right angels and not the good. Make sure it's the good angel, not the bad angels. And the man opened the door. He was holding the door for me. It looks like it should be the other way around. Like, he's too old to be able to do that. But he held the door for me, and I said, "You are absolutely an angel." And when I said that, I saw in the spirit that he transformed, and he had like white wings. But then when I said it, he didn't say yes, he didn't say no. He put his head down, like almost as if like he didn't want to be discovered. And then there was another person in the restaurant, and they were just they just looked like they were out of time. Like they didn't mix in with the time. The way they looked, the way they dressed, they didn't mix in with the time that we are in. So when I addressed that's what he is, and he bowed his head down and just stay quiet. And then I just walk away. I said, yeah, that was an angel that I interacted with. That same day, I went to another. I stopped by somewhere else, like in Dunkin' Donut, just to sit down because I went for a long walk. And this man appeared unto me, and I don't know. His spirit just didn't sit right with me, and I was like, ooh, like you just, I was like, ooh, like. And then he was trying to, just walk up to me and wanted to shake my hands, and I didn't shake his hand. I look at him, and as I look at him, he just almost as if like he ran. And sat down somewhere in the Dunkin' Donut and put his head down. So that atmosphere didn't bear witness to my spirit. So you gotta be very careful who's around, and how you into seeing the right angels and not the bad ones. So I don't know what kind of year we're gonna have, but definitely be alert spiritually. Pay attention to what God is showing you. Pay attention to the things that you are interacting with, and it's of God and not of the enemy, because you gotta have that discernment to be able to discern. And I just took the bus that I went to go check out this function. While I'm in the bus, and I saw smoke. I was like, oh my goodness, there's a fire going on. I mean, it was so big, it took the whole street. And then I'm shocked because I turn around seeing it. I'm looking for fire, but there was no fire. It just smoke. It just no fire. It looks like a blazing fire that you see that the smoke will go up in the sky and fill the whole sky. But the smoke filled the whole area where I was at. I was like, oh man, where's the fire? There was no fire. And I'm looking around concerned, but nobody was looking. Nobody even realized what I saw. Nobody even saw the smoke. It was so smoky. I don't know how they not see it. Because if the driver saw it, he should have stopped, but he just drove right through. And then I felt the presence of God. So it's like, if you see something, it has to bear witness to your spirit. Like, the presence of God just overwhelmed me in the bus, and I realized that the smoke wasn't natural. Not too many people saw it. I don't know if anybody else saw it in the bus beside me, but I was the only one concerned, because I thought like maybe a car blew off or something. Maybe I'm like, because I was so shocked that the bus driver wasn't stopping. He was just going right through. So just be aware. I've already, said this over and over again to just different people. Be aware about what we are interacting this year in the natural. In the natural, we have to be very careful. This year is going to be a year like no other. the supernatural realm is truly open, and we have to be careful that we are alert spiritually, that so we can discern what we are dealing with, we can discern what is coming, so we don't end up being in the midst of darkness and don't even realize that's what it is. So just stay in your Bible and stay close to God, because I don't know, but the dark world is not the only world that is busy. Heaven is also busy. Heaven is sending angels to people's aid, and there's angelic activities happening on the earth. So enjoy. And